So apartment rents have gone up by really unprecedented amounts in a very short period of time. The last time we experienced anything like this in the United States was in 1946, 7, and 8, I think, in the aftermath of World War II. You know, everything had been about the war effort from 39 when Germany first invaded. I think 39 was when they invaded Poland. 38 or 30. No, 38 must have been Czechoslovakia. 39 Poland. All the way through 45, everything had been about the war. And after the war, we had all these returning GIs, all these new family formations, and we had an extreme housing shortage. And what happened, prices went crazy. Fast forward to today, we had the banking scandals that led to the real estate bust that went on till 2012. And the housing market, from years of extra low activity, has never caught up on homes to purchase or places to rent. And so we have this problem that had been building for a while, and certain factors with the pandemic led to an escalation in the problem, these much higher rents. And on the rental side, the good news is money has flowed to build apartments because all the, what they call the pro formas, show that investors in new apartments are going to just make a fortune of money. So they're all chasing that. And the very increase in supply that's going to come online in city after city is going to have the effect of moderating apartment rents. And it's no longer going to be a thing where tenants are begging to be able to rent a place at these crazy prices. The prices will, in fact, moderate, and a normal rental market equation will return in most markets in 23 easily in so many places. But in the meantime, housing affordability has been brutal for people. And people want the music to stop. They want these higher rents to stop. And sometimes, in my opinion, the cure is much worse than the disease. In all places, Orlando, Florida has seen really a dramatic increase in affordable rentals. And Orlando has a massive workforce of people who make modest salaries that now doubling and tripling up, they're still wheezing on the cost of rent, has led to a coming vote on rent control of things that look like a good idea that turn out to be a disaster. Rent control is like the ultimate. And what rent control does is it tells landlords, yeah, you own that place, but we decide what you can charge for it. The government will decide what you can charge for that rent. So, yeah, that helps the people that are already in those apartments. But then what does it do to the incentive for anybody to ever build another apartment? It destroys it. In fact, they even figured this out in New York, which is like, I think, the granddaddy of rent control in the country, that landlords just stopped building, right? They said, no more apartments. And the apartments we have, we're not going to fix anything because we can't get any rent for it. So now in New York, if you build a new apartment, you're not under rent control. I would always be nervous, though, later that at some point in the future, some future government would say, well, yeah, the rents are getting high for people. So we said no rent control, but now we're going to do it again. This is one of those things that makes politicians popular in the short run, but creates the problems for housing supply and quality and all the rest, such a problem over time. But we'll see what people in Orlando end up thinking and how they end up voting on this. This will be the voter's choice, but I sure hate the idea.